And then finally we get to Caesarea. 100% Gentile. He is of the Italian regiment, which would have been from the sons of Japheth. Way back in Genesis. We read that back in, I think, Genesis 8. But they're 100% Gentile, okay? And who shows up again? Peter, in order to substantiate for these very people that received Jesus, that this is something new God is doing, even the Gentiles. And what happens? They receive the Holy Spirit the moment they hear in their little monkey ears. Okay, then he says, who can keep them from being baptized? All right, it wasn't even necessary for them to be baptized. They'd received the Holy Spirit. But now we're saying we are going to baptize you simply out of a demonstration of the change that has already happened. Not this one or this one, but this one is, this is more in line with us. But even that isn't exactly the way it is, because we don't have tongues of fire come down on us anymore. We don't speak in tongues anymore. This was only for his benefit so that he could tell them what's going on. We don't need that anymore, and that's why we don't need to speak in tongues, because we know from this account that God has accepted Gentiles. So he doesn't need to do that anymore. So we're not living in an Acts church, and we're not speaking in tongues and doing all kinds of nonsensical things that ended at that time. Right? Has everybody got that? Okay. That's why I get so frustrated when I see these people.
Don't erase again.
Oh, okay. That's why I get frustrated when I see these people in churches doing silly things and thinking that they're doing something. They're not. We're all saved. We put our faith in Jesus Christ. And for them to say, and you know what? I'll even tell you what I was going to say in a different way, rather than saying it. When I was looking for a college to go to in Florida, I went to like 4 of them in Florida. And I think 2 of them, at least one of them definitely, but maybe 2 of them said that you must speak in tongues as proof that you have the Holy Spirit. And I thought, why would I go to that college? Can you imagine that? That is their doctrine in that college, is you must speak in tongues in order to. And so I'm going to go up there and I'm just going to start making stupid sounds so that they accept me into college? Right? It's insane. But that's what people get. And a little bit of bad doctrine, everything else has to follow. And that is what happens in all the. And I'm not saying they're not saved people, but they are so far off on a tangent that they no longer have their sight on what the Lord intended for us all along. Was that we understand that Peter needed to be able to, and it even says that. What does it say? We'll go back here real quickly let me turn this off because I'm done, and I'll read you